top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. There was just no... Cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy. You are so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Tulane looking for the fourth down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Off from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. To the air on first down. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This one's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
They'll run the screen. Max going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Greenway. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go, makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Toss to the left. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right?
There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback extends the play. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Got him, and nobody's close. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He'll throw on third down. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking downfield on first down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. First 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Wants to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen one done.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll go to the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack works the two-point try. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He might want another play. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. The Ducks want to move quickly, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially...
He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Oh, he's got a chance. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. It's caught. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the lone running back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Tulane! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking downfield on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that one falls in. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got his man, makes the grab. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Takes the easy completion. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up for the point after and the lead.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Wide open downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
defense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Looking to pass. It's Rich. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.